From?
We are in the palatial Jock 98.7 studios. We are from Secure Insurance Group.
That's right. Nice.
The same Secure Insurance. It's the same Secure Insurance.
The same Secure Insurance Group.
Good thing this isn't live.
Yeah.
The same Secure Insurance Group that sponsors the Beat the Pros.
That's
that
right.
You and I are doing well in.
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there with the Ned Reynolds, Kirk Elmquist, and Guy Newcombs of the world.
That's right, and we are we did our draft this year at the Beat the Pros draft at Secure Insurance Group over there on 3506 South Culpeper Circle, Suite A. We met there. We did the draft. We had a good time, and we want to thank Brian and all the fine people over there for letting us do that, for sponsoring it. If you guys have a need, auto, home, give them a call. They can shop your auto and home.
Commercial business insurance.
I actually had George over there. He's their auto and home guy. I had George shop my auto and home this week. And
did you really?
Yeah, mine was coming up due. I got a little notification, and they have it. They actually have my business already. But he went through, made sure there wasn't another company out there that could do me a better deal.
That's the nice thing about being a broker, like we are and like Secure is instead of, a lot of people want to shop. A lot of people want the best deal possible.
Especially the ladies.
Especially the ladies.
The ladies love to shop. They do.
This Secure's the place to shop. Go ahead, bring your shopping bag. We'll hook you up.
Yeah, George, it took him about 10 minutes, no lie. He had all my stuff there. He looked it up, and he found that I was in the best place for me at the time. But next year I will be shopping again. So, yeah, give them a call. 883-9300 is their number. 883-9300. They would love to shop your home and auto for you. It's talking about the Beat the Pros League.
What happened with the Beat the Pros this week? I know, we've had good success so far. And Mike, make sure you hold the line, and we will be right with you. Mike is the man. He's always here Fridays at 3. We're not forgetting about you. We will be right with you, sir.
I expected Mike to come in this week. I sat there. I held my breath. Nothing.
You were supposed to call Mike.
Maybe we were. But, this week we had myself. I played team. It's Gillette. We should have made a bet that I could have named him whatever I wanted.
Mr. JBG Painting.
Yeah, played him, and I beat him. The scoreboard guy got beat by Primetime Yourself. Tyler Wood stepped up with his first win and beat Mr. Secure.
Wow.
Team Elmquist was thoroughly destroyed, hopes and dreams gone, put in his place.
The one, the only.
By Team Reynolds. And then Captain Klinkenbeard, the high scorer of the week, Jeff Klinkenbeard, had 161 points.
Whoa.
And you got to feel bad for Matt Odie. Comes in, scores 142 points, and loses.
Third
overall scorer, and he loses. Yeah.
Gosh.
It's all about the matchups.
That's part of fantasy. Unfortunately, that is the case. We're going to go to Mike, so we don't have to make him hold any longer. Mike, it is Friday, baby.
I'm telling you what, it is. And I'm going to talk about the stinkers of the week. Oh, my goodness.
Let's hear about them.
Number one, Pittsburgh.
Oh, my goodness.
They laid an ostrich egg. And the guy who had Angela Williams last week, I was crying for him.
Yeah.
That was awful.
Yeah.
I had never seen the team lay such an egg.
Well,
and number two,
he scored.
Mr. Ryan Fitzpatrick, giving the game to the Chiefs.
Oh,
the plus was the Chiefs' defense, which unfortunately I didn't have up, and got 32 points.
Yeah, Mr. Fitzpatrick signed a deal with the devil, gave his soul to the Chiefs or something, threw 6 picks.
He killed me.
I have never seen. That was. How many times can you give the Chiefs a game? And the Chiefs wanted to give it back.
Fitzpatrick couldn't do it again if he wanted to, man. 6 picks. I mean, that's not even possible.
Now, don't challenge him.
That was as sick as it gets. I'm hoping my week gets better because, like I said, I just can't get over the hump yet. And yes, I would have come in and see you guys if my shoulders hadn't been in such pain, and I've been kind of paralyzed for a couple of 3 days. So,
that's no fun.
But you are on my bucket list, and you're at the top of the bucket, much like cream comes to the top.
Man, make sure Mike calls in every Friday.
Mike, the man.
Oh, every Friday, brothers. I am going to call in, and I'm hoping I'm be the first one. We start the hour off on a high note.
Now,
I
Mike,
love it, buddy.
You made a great point. We did have a contest last week. We're going to call it something like Who You Got. And you called in and you said Amari Cooper would be the man.
And I think he got 8 points last week.
Well, by
like
my
that.
calculations, in a standard PPR league, he got 10.2, and unfortunately, that was not enough. But I tell you what, because we're nice guys, and because we like you,
Because it's Mike the man.
we are going to do it again. So, Mike, tell me this week who you got. You get first
Who
pick.
you
The
got?
whole league is yours.
All right.
The world is your oyster.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Le'Veon Bell because he's
Ooh.
coming back.
I love it.
I think Pittsburgh's, kind of ticked off. And I hate to say it, I'm a diehard Chiefs fan, been since the 60s, back in the day. I think Pittsburgh's going to come out and just go crazy. I think Le'Veon Bell is going to get you some points. I think Mr. Williams, his days have been numbered.
Yeah.
If Le'Veon comes out, and unless he lays a huge egg like Williams did, then that's the only way Le'Veon's not going to be running. But
long as
I'll
he,
take Le'Veon Bell.
We love it. Great pick, man.
Yeah, that's not. I
All
don't
right,
know.
take
That's
care,
quite.
gentlemen.
That's a big limb. As long as Le'Veon can have someone drive him to the stadium, I think you got a great chance.
Mike's gonna go pick him up,
Thanks.
be his Uber, and take him there and watch him rock it. Hey, have an awesome weekend, Mike.
You too, guys.
Good luck, brother. Thanks for calling in. I love when Mike starts off the show with a
Just-
bang, baby.
Yeah,
That dude,
brings the enthusiasm.
is obsessed.
I like it. I like it.
He's-
Those are our
he's
kind of
crazy.
people. Those are our kind of people.
I love it.
Yeah. 868-6100 to the rest of you crazies out there. We'd love to hear from you. 868-6100. Who you got this week? Who is going to step up to the plate and slam dunk a touchdown?
We're doing running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. And
Anybody that's not a
who's-
quarterback or a defense or a kicker.
Yeah, who's going to lead in PPR?
Yep.
Scoring.
Yep.
And who won last week?
Last week, we had, let's recap here. We had, as we said, Mike took Amari Cooper at 10.2 points. Brad took D'Angelo Williams. He had 8.4 points.
Mm-hmm.
Devontae Parker was taken by John, had 14.1 points. And the winner, Mr. Odell Beckham, was taken by Grant, had 19.1 points. So
Grant, call in, bro. We got something waiting on you, buddy.
we
Awesome
got something
job.
for you. So,
Grant.
yeah, give us a call. We would love to hear from you. 868-6100. Who you got this week? Also, if you have a question for us, who should I start? Who should I sit? This is the first week of the buys.
Yeah.
So,
why so soon? Week 4. I mean, come
I
on. That's a
hate-
little early. I
Yeah.
think you got to wait till like week 6, cram a bunch in, end them about week 10. But they've even got them as late as week 13. That's the week before fantasy playoffs, and actually some fantasy playoffs start that early. You could be in your playoffs
And not have a player.
and not have a player. That don't make a lot of sense, does it?
No, it really doesn't. This week on the buys, of course, you have the Eagles. So you have Green Bay, and I'm going from memory here as my computer's a little bit slow. And if you, this is where strategy comes into it.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is where,
Okay, what happens with bye week players? Are you trading for bye week players? Are you trading bye week players away? What's your school of thought there?
I love to go and get me some bye week players
Yeah.
because a lot of guys won't pay attention. They're going to wake up on Sunday morning and they're going to say, "Oh crap, I don't have a quarterback this week." Because
Yeah.
Carson Wentz and Aaron Rodgers are both on a bye, and I love to go get Aaron Rodgers
Oh, no doubt.
and give them Ryan Tannehill.
Buy low,
Yeah.
save him,
Yeah.
unleash him the next week on the rest of the league.
Also, the let's see, who else is on a bye this week? And my computer is just absolutely frozen.
Oh, we've got.
and I should know this.
Who all we got on a bye this week? Actually, it's just Green Bay and Philly, bro.
Green Bay and
It's
Philly.
Just
Okay,
Green Bay
yeah,
and
we know
Philly.
that. Okay,
That's,
so
why start that soon if you only got 2 teams on a bye?
well, yeah,
You used
and
to 3, 4, 5 teams, 6 teams sometimes. I mean, what's the purpose of that?
I have no idea, to be really honest with you. I
They just thought, Green Bay.
and I have
gonna
no
need a
idea,
break
and maybe one of our listeners know this. How they even determine who gets a bye win? Is it drawn out of a hat?
That's something we need to find out.
Is it just luck of the draw? Is it when they make the schedule? I don't know. And not only that, this week you have a Thursday night game already.
We've got some individuals. We're fixing to recap Thursday. We've got some individuals on our Facebook Live. You can watch us live in studio on The Fantasy Professionals. They are giving their Who You Got players.
Okay.
We've got
During the break,
Brian,
we will look at that. Brian, who's Brian got?
David Johnson.
David Johnson.
That's,
Brian. And guys, get him early. First come, first serve. We're going to take 10 this week, we decided. So we've got a few in here.
We're gonna pump it up a little. Hey,
During
and
the break,
we
we're gonna do it.
didn't even say that I had David Johnson last week.
You did have
We
David
did it
Johnson.
off the air during Facebook Live.
Yeah.
But we said, you know what? Cody can't win.
I took a young man named, I believe it's Julio Jones, and he had like 1.2 points. He just,
Did you say Joic Bell?
No.
What?
I could have.
The Olympian sprinter. Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't play, and they did about the same.
Yeah. I had Julio Jones only had one more catch than I did this last
What
week.
the heck was up with Julio? They didn't need
I think
him.
he's hurt. I think something.
Julio Hones. We're not
Well-
even gonna call. We're not even gonna say his name right anymore.
You
He
get
got me
1.2 points. You don't get your name
He
said.
got
right.
me 1 point in one of my leagues.
Yeah, and it's kind of a, same thing. There's a lot of guys this year that are hurting because of injuries. No pun intended.
Right.
But Adrian Peterson down, Des Bryant out this week,
Right.
and I think Des is out
Decker's
probably
out.
a couple weeks. Decker's out this
Decker out
week.
could be a few weeks too. And you know what? This portion of our show makes me think of before we recap last night's game, the way the Bengals lit it up and absolutely destroyed the Dolphins.
One player, the Bengals
in general,
lit it up.
A.J. Green
Yeah.
lit it up.
Goodness.
Makes me think of 417 Lighting, our good friends over there. Whether it's converting your business to an LED, just to save some money, so to go modern, to go green, whatever the case is. Anything electrical, lighting, electricians. Again, we've said it before. They did our all of our cubicles there at our office at Secure. Give Jeremy Johnson. He's a good buddy of ours, Jeremy Johnson. Give him a call today, 655-1283. Say, hey, the fantasy professional sent me. He's actually got a lot of his electricians listen to this show, love fantasy football. What better way for them to come out, hook you up with some lighting, hook you up with some electricity, whatever the case is, and then talk some football.
Yeah. Just make sure they're working, Jeremy said, while they're talking football. But
They're good. They're awesome multitaskers. Hey, give
Yeah.
Jeremy Johnson at 417 Lighting a call, 655-1283. You are listening to Thursday night's game.
Thursday night's game.
Did you watch it?
I did. I watched from the second quarter on. Most of it. I was back and forth between that and the Cardinals game.
All I heard when we talk on the phone was your love for the Dolphins jerseys.
Oh my goodness, it was like a creamsicle threw up or something. I don't know what it
What
was.
was up with that? Well,
They're doing those color rush jerseys. Is what
Well, yeah,
they're
that's what
doing.
I'm saying because the Dolphins had all one color. The Bengals had all white.
Pretty much all
so
white.
what was it? A yellow
I don't
or
know.
a orange or a?
And what that is, anytime they do that, the
mean-
more jerseys they introduce, the more jerseys they can sell. And so that's all that is. But yeah, it was hideous. The only thing more hideous was the Dolphins offense. And apologies to our boy Tyler Wood, who's a big Miami fan.
Was it the Cincinnati defense?
The Cincinnati defense did look good.
Yeah.
But that offensive line in Miami, Ryan Tannehill was running for his life all night. Could not get anything out there. He threw a couple good passes. He had Kenny Stills had a big touchdown early.
74 yards.
74 yards.
I
And
believe.
then after that, he'd hit Jarvis Landry. I think he hit Devontae Parker a couple times. But Jarvis Landry ended up with about 13 points. But A.J. Green was the man. And
my
A.J.
gosh.
Green, the thing I love about him, he turns a 10-yard little catch into a 30-yard touchdown. He's almost impossible. And he's not you look at him, he's kind of scrawny.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I can call him scrawny.
He's extremely scrawny.
He's kind of scrawny. But he is elusive.
Yeah,
And
he's
going to run
definitely
on
an
in there.
elite receiver, easily top 5. He went 10 catches, 173 yards, and
Well, I
a
know.
touchdown.
I didn't have him. I've got 6 leagues, and I didn't have him. I played him in 2.
I had him in one,
So,
and
I
fortunately,
went
I
ahead and-
did not play him.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah,
And you call yourself a professional?
I know.
I have trouble. I don't know why, but I have trouble watching the Thursday night games. I can't get into them.
A lot of players complain that, hey, we just practically by playing a football game got in a dozen car wrecks on Sunday, Monday, whatever, and you want us to play on Thursday again.
Yeah, and then fly to.
Exactly.
We're gonna here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play you on Thursday, and then we want you to hop on a plane and fly to London. And
Don't change.
Don't change.
You're going to get off the plane.
Get off the plane and
you're
just
going to
play again.
But you're going to play before everyone else does too.
It's all for your safety. And we're going to put you. I tell you what, we're going to make you the only game on television, 8:30 in the morning. How does that sound for you?
It's just
All for you, baby.
It's just so much love. We'll be right back. You guys are listening to the Fantasy Professionals.
I'm Brian with Secure Insurance Group. Secure is an independent agency located in Springfield, Missouri. As an independent agency, we shop the top-rated life insurance carriers so you always get the lowest rate. If you're a 40-year-old, a $500,000 10-year level term is as low as $16 monthly. With term rates lower than they've ever been, there's no reason not to have the protection you need. Call Brian at Secure for a free quote, 883-9300. The number to call is 883-9300.
It's a great time to be a sports fan. NFL and college football are starting, baseball races are heating up, and the NBA and NHL seasons are approaching. You can find every NFL team's merchandise at Fast Break Sports, and more than 30 college teams from Alabama to Wisconsin, from apparel to hundreds of novelty items. Fast Break Sports is also the best sports card store. Single cards, packs, boxes, supplies, everything for the card collector. Ask about the monthly trade day. The sports fans' headquarters since 1992. Fast Break Sports on South Campbell.
The boys of summer have nothing on the gridiron gang of fall.
He's down the sideline. Cody breaks a tackle. He's to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown!
Hear every thrilling moment right here on the Missouri State Sports Network.
Listen to Bears football on 101.3 FM, The Outlaw.
There's a new Friday home of sports talk. This is Art Haynes inviting you to join us Friday afternoons from 4 to 6 for sports talk on location at Reliable Superstore, East Sunshine and 65. As always, we'll preview the weekend sports happenings and in the fall make our NFL picks. Reliable Superstore for great Toyota, Lexus, BMW, and Audi vehicles and service. And Reliable Superstore, the new Friday home of sports talk from 4 to 6 p.m. on Jock 98.7.
If you're an avid angler, beginning fisherman, high school caster, or a fishing enthusiast, tune in to Don Berry's Fishing Radio Show each Wednesday at 3 for the latest tips from pro anglers and the best fishing reports for area lakes right here on Jock 98.7 FM.
America is taking the lead in energy.
Leading the world in oil and natural gas production. I vote to keep it going. With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy
means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America.
Jobs.
Opportunity and economic growth. For our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election, I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
AutoZone presents your headlights. As the days get shorter, your headlights need to shine at their brightest. And upgrading to a brighter light can really maximize your safety. Right now, get a $10 AutoZone gift card by mail with the purchase of a Sylvania Silver Star Ultra Twin Pack or 2 single packs. So visit your local AutoZone. With over 5,000 locations, the right supplies and good advice are just around the corner, so you can fix your car with confidence. Hoods up, America.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions and details in store.
It's me, the little voice in your stomach. And you know what time it is. Snack time. That means we need all-natural Alberto beef jerky. It's the delicious protein-packed snack that makes hunger a thing of the past. So listen to the little voice in your stomach and all those clocks telling you it's time to pick up some all-natural Alberto beef jerky.
Alberto beef jerky. You get out what you put in.
Refers to Alberto's all-natural line of beef jerkies. Minimally processed, no artificial ingredients.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Fantasy Professionals with your hosts, Cody and Dallas of Secure Insurance Group. We just recapped last night's game where the Bengals put the smackdown on the Dolphins.
They did. And, you picked the we have a survivor pool.
We do.
We are in.
Which we're both still in.
We're both still in. Thank goodness to Jay Ajayi and the Miami Dolphins for coming out and giving us a heart attack. And I guess we should thank the Cleveland Browns kicker from last week who missed.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that was our survivor last week with Miami.
7-yard field goal to lose the game, but
he missed 3
what?
field goals. Cody Parkey did. They picked him up off the
couch. Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah, was not on an NFL roster on Friday. How would you like to get that call?
Is he going back to the couch?
I'm assuming that they came and repossessed his couch. That he doesn't have a couch to go back to. He, probably doesn't have a girlfriend to go back to, nothing like that. But no, you're sitting on the couch on Friday afternoon, you get the call, hey, we need a kicker. Do you know anybody? And he says, sure, I'm not doing anything. and he stepped up and missed 3 field goals.
Stepped up.
But but you picked last night. You picked the old Bungles.
Yeah. There's a. I'll give away my source. Number one, I look at when we do Survivor. I think we both look at. We don't want to choose anyone on the road. We don't want to choose divisional matchups if we can avoid it, and we want to choose. I don't even love Thursday nights. Definitely never rode on Thursday night. But we also look at point spreads.
I know why you did it.
Yeah.
I know the one reason you did it.
What's that?
To have it out of the way.
I wanted to get it out of the way, man. I thought, you know what? The Dolphins are not going to Cincinnati and winning on the road on a short week. It ain't happening.
And there's nobody this week. The games this week, I was looking at them earlier. I do the same thing. I look at point spreads. The biggest one, I think, is Arizona. That's not a divisional game. And I just don't like it. I do not like it.
Who do they play?
They play the – oh, my goodness. You're going to
Do they play the Rams?
They play the Rams.
Okay,
they play the Rams. And the Rams have scored some points. Yeah, it is divisional, actually, yeah. But I just don't like it.
One of your rules.
I'm really thinking about –
They're 7.5-point favorite.
Here comes the love from the local fans. I'm thinking about taking the Steelers over the Chiefs.
What's hilarious is – the Chiefs beat an awesome Jets team. A very good Jets team, I might add. No.
Ryan Fitzpatrick beat an
They're
awesome Jets team.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick was horrible, but the Jets are good. They have an excellent
6
offense.
interceptions.
Then the Steelers, one of the best teams in football, gets smeared by an average Eagles team in my mind.
Here's my thinking.
And now you're going to take the Steelers to
Here's my thinking.
as your guarantee to beat the Chiefs.
And I'm not decided yet. Here's my thinking, though. There's no way it happens twice. They're angry. They get the great Le'Veon Bell back this week. They are going to pound
They should get
ball.
hyped up. I mean, it should be a...
They were embarrassed.
Should have got hyped up last week.
They should have.
That was the problem.
You should show up every week.
That had to be the biggest surprise.
Oh, by far. Yeah. You know what a surprise to me is how friendly the folks at First National Bank are.
Today.
We went in there today, and we had, Natasha, Angie,
Did we have a reason, or did we just want
to
felt like celebrities and eat Werther's original caramel candy? What was the reason?
If I remember correctly, you said, Dallas, I'm going to the bank, and I said, I'm with you.
I'm in.
And we got some lunch, and, I think for lunch we had some Werther's originals, but
you got to love it when I've been to the bank for a while now, but when I first started going over at First National, a bank over on South National, I literally didn't even they knew my name, memorized
second
it like
time
the
you were
second
in there.
time.
Yeah,
that was just it's just so amazing. Most businesses are never like that.
Well, and I've said it time and time again. They know my name. They know my kid's name. I guarantee you a couple of them know my dog's name. And it's 4108 South National. They also have 2 branches in Clinton. We're on in Clinton, aren't we, Dwayne? We're on in Clinton, Missouri. Yeah, sure.
I think
Dwayne
it goes
says,
up.
Absolutely.
I think it goes up.
I love putting people on the spot. 4108 South National here in Springfield. If you're in Clinton, go by and tell them we saw you. 417-823-9600, myfnbonline.com. Great staff. We can't say enough about them. We give you all the facts about how they're been owned by the same family for 70 years, how that they're in the same location, how that they answer their phones. A person answers the phone. I'll call them and I'll wait to push 1, push 2. It doesn't happen. They answer the phone and says, "Hey, Dallas, this is Angie."
What's up, Big D?
Yeah. And
hey.
Go by and see them.
Absolutely go see them. We absolutely love them. They are super awesome. Also, call in 868-6100. We're still taking who you got picks for who you think is going to be the top PPR of the week.
Here's who's gone. Le'Veon Bell was taken by Mike. Brian on our Facebook page said David Johnson. We had Lauren, the ladies, checking in today, said Cole Beasley. And then Bethany took the long shot and said Charles Sims. Oh. So, that could be. So plenty of good players left. We later in the show, we're going to give you the top 5, but we're going to do it at the end so that you don't steal our top 5. But we're going to give you our top 5 at every position for the week. But guys,
that's
there's
something,
a lot of great matchups.
That's something that we started doing. We got a good response from that. We did it at the end of last week's show, and we're going to start doing that every single week. And we're going to start to call it the Safe Money Picks of the Week.
Safe Money Picks.
These guys ought to be your safety net. They ought to be the top players of the week. They're ranked the highest.
Mm-hmm. The locks, the safe.
You would sure
pick.
think.
Yeah, we'll give you a gift certificate. You get it right. For example, last week it was a young man named Grant. Grant called in, said that Odell Beckham, said it with authority, said it with confidence, said that Odell Beckham would be the top scorer of the week. And he wasn't the top scorer of the week overall, but he was the top scorer that was picked. So Grant, wins. We've got a great sponsor over there at Scissor Hands. Alicia over at Scissor Hands said, "Hey, I'll give him a free haircut," and she's the one that makes us look good.
Shines Dallas's bald head.
Shines
that girl. She can do that. She can cut anybody's hair.
Always got to go and make it weird. No, she does make us look good over there. Scissor Hands over there on Independence, over there by Walmart, Kohl's, and that shopping center there. Stop in and see her.
Let's give everyone the top ads and top drops of the past week.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's start with the drops. We'll go get the negatives out of the way. We'll get up to the positives.
We like to be a positive show.
The top drops have been the Dolphins, who played the Bengals. A horrible start.
Yeah, I picked them up in like 4 leagues last week.
Shane Vereen, who's out for the year. Mason Crosby, Austin Seferian-Jenkins, who I think he's with the Jets now or something. And then Jeremy Langford, who's out for multiple weeks, a handful of weeks. The top ads, which I would agree with all of these. Terrell Pryor, who had...
Man.
What did he have last week?
He is the Browns offense.
Oh, my goodness.
He threw a couple passes, caught a couple catches.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
He was 3 for 5. Yeah. And in a lot of leagues, he'll still be there. I mean, he's probably wasn't drafted.
Mm-hmm.
He was 3 for 5 for 35 yards passing.
Yeah, guys.
And he's a receiver.
Pay attention. If you've got a 10-team league or an 8-team league, a lot of these people we're going to mention to you are still there.
Sometimes even in 12s. I mean, and he had 4 rushes for 21 yards and also had 8 catches for 144 yards. If they're playing teams like the Dolphins, the dude is a play. The dude is a grab. Either way, you should at least snag him on your waiver wire.
Absolutely.
You don't know what's going to happen. There's always those Odell Beckhams or Miles Austins or Sterling Shepherds.
Yeah.
I mean, that come out of nowhere. Stephon Diggs last year, that come out of nowhere. That if you're late to the party, you will miss out and you will regret not snagging these dudes up, man.
One of 2 things is going to happen. I feel the force telling me what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen. 1 of 2 things. The people that are listening to us today are going to say, these guys are crazy. There's no way I'm going to get these guys. And they're going to wake up on Sunday evening. That's how late these guys are sleeping in. They're going to wake up Sunday evening, look at their scores, and see that the team that they played
was listening
had
to the
Terrell
fantasy
Pryor,
professionals.
And these other guys you're going to tell them, and they're going to get beat.
Dustin Hopkins, kicker for the Redskins, who I actually picked up for one of my leagues this week. The dude's had 10 points, 11 points, 17 points, and now he plays the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
That is insanity for a kicker.
Yeah, because what you have there is you have a team in the Washington Redskins that don't like to go into the end zone. They just like to get in the red zone and run it 3 times and kick a field goal.
The third top ad this week was Orleans Darkwa, 10 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Vereen's out. Jennings is also out. Darkwa could get I think he'll get a majority of the carries. Now he's playing a very tough Vikings D.
That's what I was going to say.
He's still a good ad. We don't know that we recommend starting him.
If he's a running back 3 at the very most.
If you've got a couple people on bye or you're in a tight position, the fact that he's going to get enough touches to make it seem worthy in standard leagues he's at least worth a pickup. Also Jordan Howard, who I think he's the top pickup of the week. I really do, only because Langford's injured, but also they like Jordan Howard better in Chicago. He is an absolute stud of a rookie running back. You guys haven't seen what he's capable of doing. He had 13 touches for 92 yards last week against the Cowboys.
Wow, nice.
And he plays the Lions. I mean, they don't have an incredible defense.
Nope.
I mean, and then the Colts, and then the Jaguars. So I mean, he could end up being a top 15 back these next few weeks, and could end up surprising people. He could be the pickup of the year. It's quite possible.
Yeah.
Also, real quick to finalize this, Jamison Crowder, who has had 6 catches for 58 yards the first week, 6 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown last week. Week 2, and then last week, week 3, 4 catches for 78 yards and a touchdown. He's actually, surprisingly, been the best receiver for the Redskins.
The best pickup I've had this year that, has improved my overall life, my appearance, has been Dr. Rolando Papagayo.
Best pick by far.
Best pick by far. Over there at 640 West Republic Road, Suite 124, 883-8448. Stop in and see him. We've said it time and time again. There's going to come a time. You may say, Dallas, Cody, I don't need a dentist right now. Well,
put it in the memory bank.
You shut your mouth.
Go see him anyway.
See Dr. Papagayo. And then when it's time for a dentist, you're going to say, hey, I know where I'm going. All right?
Yeah.
So, Dr. Rolando Papagayo, 640 West Republic Road, Suite 124, takes pride in his patients' comfort.
Even if you just go to look at that reception area and lobby, it is so stinking nice, man. It's incredible.
So stinking clean.
Stinking clean.
We hate to say stinking, but that's the only way we can describe it.
It's just so amazing.
We will be back. When we come back, we're going to tell you what to do with some guys like Gronkowski. We're going to tell you what to do with some guys. Should I start him? Should I sit him?
Charles is going to make his season debut.
Charles is. He's going to start this week. We're going to tell you what to do. You're listening to the Fantasy Professionals.
I'm Tom Carlton of Morrison, Webster & Carlton. If you have been injured on the job, call me at 1-800-560-0822 or locally at 417-890-4600. The consultation is free. For over 20 years, my firm has been representing people just like you. At Morrison, Webster & Carlton, we make your workers' compensation claim our business. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
When it comes to commercial vehicles, it's time to drill down to the details. If you're not driving the new Sprinter Worker from Mercedes-Benz, your van just isn't cutting it. The Sprinter Worker takes payload up a notch, carrying up to 3,512 pounds. Its cargo volume is cranked up too, with over 300 cubic feet of space. When it comes to safety, it's unmatched, but it's the price that'll really hammer it home. The new Sprinter Worker starts at just $32,495. It also has a service interval of up to 20,000 miles and the highest residual value in its class, according to ALG. Put that in your pipe and weld it. Huge capacity, small price, starting at just $32,495. The all-new Sprinter Worker, starting at only $32,495. Mercedes-Benz, vans born to run.
MSRP for a 2016 Sprinter Worker excludes all options, taxes, title, registration, transportation charge, and dealer prep. Options, model availability, and actual dealer price may vary. See dealer for details.
The Radio Springfield Travel Club will help solve a mystery when we head to Murder on 76th Trail for the interactive dinner theater experience at the Mansion Theater on Friday, October 7th. Then we'll head to the Andy Williams Performing Arts Center to see comedian Bill Engvall. Engvall, whose catchphrase is, "Here's your time," toured internationally as part of the Blue Collar Comedy Group. Cost for both shows and dinner is just $70. Call 417-862-3751 to reserve your seat or visit the Travel Club tab at radiospringfield.com for more information.
Here's your sign.
Hi, this is Wayne Glenn. Cherry Tree Homes. Mike Davis brings you simply a better way to build. Cherry Tree Homes. While others build a house, Mike Davis will build you a home. Land, home, financing available all in one place. www.cherrytreehomes.net. Mike Davis from Home Matters brings you a one-stop place for building the home of your dreams. You pick where you want to live, your school district, pick your home plan, and the financing is all lined up. www.cherrytreehomes.net, www.cherrytreehomes.net.
Partly sunny, a pleasant afternoon. High today 72. It'll be partly cloudy tonight and a low at 52. Tomorrow, a nice day, partly sunny skies, high 74. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy, low 51. Sunshine, nice day on Sunday with a high at 79. And then it'll be a sunny day on Monday with a daytime high of 82. I'm AccuWeather's Steve Williams.
It's 73 degrees at Jock 98.7.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Fantasy Professionals, the only place to be to talk fantasy sports, talk about fantasy football on a Friday afternoon. Fridays at 3 o'clock.
Where else are you going to go?
With Big D and Bubba, Cody and Dallas.
I think we may have just been sued. That's that may be trademarked. I'm going to save us here.
What's funny is I always call you Big D.
Yeah, that's true.
My nephews
I've
call
never
me
called
Bubba.
you Bubba.
So it's
I won't do
no,
it. I won't do
I
it.
don't
That's
think you
weird.
do.
No.
We're going to start that.
I'll call you a lot of things before I call you Bubba. Anywho, goodness, 868-6100. Help us out. We want to hear from you. Who you got? Who's going to start this week? Who's gonna step up and score a ton of points, win you a gift certificate? 868-6100. Give us a call. If you've got questions about who should I start, for example, let's say you have Jamal Charles, and hopefully you've had Spencer Ware the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
What do you do? Cody, what do they do?
It makes it tough. I mean, if you're talking about a PPR league, our rankings, we have Spencer Ware at 22 and Charles at 48, which a lot of people are going to say, that is nuts. Charles is back. But I see them limiting his snaps. I see him being on a snap count. I see them bringing him back slowly. He didn't play since last October. They're not going to just throw the dude out there and say, hey, here's 30 touches, beat Charles of old.
Well,
that's not going to happen.
And it's not like they don't have somebody there that has been doing great.
Right.
You know, I mean, Spencer Ware, it would be one thing if they had no running game and they're just dying until he gets back.
Yeah.
Spencer Ware has been holding down the fort quite nicely. And I think I'm with you. If you have no one else to start this week, start Charles now. We hope that Charles goes out and scores 3 touchdowns, but I don't really see it happening. It's coming back for an injury like that. It takes a full year.
A year off.
It takes
from
a full
football.
year.
The dude didn't play since last. He got hurt last October. Didn't play the rest of the season. Now he's missed the first 3 weeks. He's back in week 4. Start Spencer Ware. Play it safe on Jamal Charles. Give it time. Let's see how it develops this week. Don't just throw him out there just because he's a previous stud.
Well, and another one is Robert Gronkowski. I unfortunately started him last week. He went 0 points.
Played like 11 snaps last week.
He did.
Like
I like Gronkowski this week.
He's ranked 4.
He's ranked 4 this week. I think he's going to go out there and carry the full load. He slipped up and said that he was ready to go. You know that those boys are trained to win by Mr. Belichick. When somebody asks you, are you playing this week, to say something like, you know, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help this team, and I'll be the water boy if they really want me to.
Like
whatever,
Edelman.
Yeah, whatever they need me to do, I'm going to
funny.
do it. Yeah, I don't know. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Rex Ryan this week, during a Buffalo press conference, they had Julian Edelman on the phone at the practice center for the Buffalo Bills. Rex Ryan walks in and says, hey, Walt here with the Buffalo News. Edelman, are you going to play quarterback this week?
Rex Ryan, the coach of the Buffalo Bills, is messing with Edelman.
Trying
of
to
the
figure out
Patriots.
what he's going to do. And, and Edelman gave that answer. The whole
Rex Ryan over there crossed his fingers.
Yeah,
Please
come
play.
on,
Please play. Please play.
Please tell me what you're going to do. But really doesn't matter.
He's not going to play. But also, going back to Gronk, he was limited again Thursday. He's been limited all week. But they say he has no setbacks concerning his hamstring. We see more of a regular type of game for him this week. Yes, he's playing the Bills. He won't put up Gronk and Brady type numbers, but it's hard to sit him. It really is.
If you have Gronkowski, you have to.
Unless you have Reed, Olsen. Yeah, don't say that because I started out like, what was that, week 2?
Week 1.
Week 1 or 2 saying to play him, and he didn't even play.
START, start.
Yeah, unless you have Olsen, Reed, or Kelsey, you start Gronk.
Yeah. You have to. He is still Robert Gronkowski. He's still going to go out there and he's going to get some catch, especially in a PPR league.
We've got Jake, Team Gillette, in our ESPN league.
Mm-hmm.
How's he doing so far? We know he's doing awesome.
He's doing okay
at painting.
He's doing really well at painting, and
not so good in
some
fantasy
guys
so far.
can play fantasy, some guys can paint, and Jake can tear it up on the painting side.
But he's a lot of fun to talk to about fantasy football.
He
too,
is.
Though. He's
Came by
he's
our
a real
office
cool
again
guy.
this week,
yeah,
and just does whatever you need. The thing that bothers me the most, I've had construction done at my house before. I've had construction done, on our businesses before. It drives you crazy when they don't finish the little things. You know, they come, they paint, but then they leave some trim off, and you got to call them back, and they got to come out. Jake finishes the job, leaves it better than he found it.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. Call him. Great, good friend of ours. Excellent fantasy football guy. Loves football. Big Eagles fan. Loving Carson Wentz and what the Eagles are doing, especially to the Steelers.
825-4919. And if you mention you heard it on the Fantasy Professionals. Jake, is this Jake on the phone?
You know, I had to call in. You guys are doing awesome and giving me some props on the paint side. But, I am 1-2 in the league?
I
in
was
the ESPN
going to
league.
let it go.
We weren't going to say that.
I was going to let it go. But you called in.
Are you going to guarantee victory this week? Is that what I hear?
Is that what you called in for?
You play Primetime, who's 3-0.
I'm projected for 125. I really don't have anybody on my bench that I could.
Hey, you know what?
Move up.
Jake, excuses are like bad painters. Nobody likes them. Come on.
Hey, you won't believe this. We are both projected 125 this week in ESPN.
Wow.
Hey, we need to do a trade.
We do need to do a trade. We
Are
need
we
to
gonna have a
eventually
live
we
trade on
need to
air?
do one live on
Are we
air.
gonna do
But
a live trade on air?
we got to
Don't
remember,
back out.
you're playing prime time. He's
This
in
is
the
good radio.
He's in the Fantasy Football Hall of Fame. He's
Come on
3-0 in the ESPN League, and he's
Come on
playing.
now.
I have a
Let's
feeling
do a
Gillette's
trade
going to
live on
upset
air.
prime time this week.
You have oh man, he's playing the humble card, Jeff. Boy, I really.
Well, I
thought you
started
had-
out really
I really
confident, and then
thought
I
you
moved.
had it this week, buddy. I really did. Don't fall for any of that. He's over here
He
telling
won't-
me he's gonna just wax you.
Oh, is that what he said?
He did.
Hey, send me a trade as long as you feel that it's truly fair. I will hit the accept button.
Oh my goodness.
Bam!
All right, I'll look at it. I'll look at it.
Yeah,
Thanks for calling in, Jake. Have an awesome weekend, buddy. Good luck.
guys,
Take care of you.
that's the guy we're talking about. 825-4919. Jake Gillette. Give him a call if you heard it on the Fantasy Professionals, which you did.
And you always do.
You'll get 20% off.
That's a big discount.
That's a large discount. If you got a big job, that could wind up being. And this is the God's honest truth. We were talking to Jake here. Oh, it's been 2-3 weeks ago. He had a job here a while back where he told the customer that he would give him a certain percentage off. And by the end of the job, he had done some miscalculations, as we all do every now and then.
Well, there was something under the paint he didn't know there was.
Yeah.
And he had to paint it like 7 times instead of 2.
Did he
It's
go
like 7
back and
codes.
charge him more?
No.
He told me.
He ate it.
Told
He's
us,
an
he
honest
said,
dude.
You know what? I lost a little money on that job, but that's business.
He's a man of his word. That's why we love Jake Gillette. Really good guy. You know, he's better painting than fantasy, but hey, the dude's great at both.
Absolutely. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we want a couple more callers. Tell us who you think is going. We're going to give away a nice gift certificate next week.
We will.
We can't tell you who it is.
Call in. Who you got?
Who you got? You're listening to the Fantasy Professionals.
They say you can tell a lot about a man by the company he keeps. And in the race for governor, the folks standing behind Chris Koster speak volumes about why he's the right candidate for rural Missouri. You see, the Missouri Farm Bureau endorses Koster, as does every major agriculture organization in our state. They know Koster is a true friend to Missouri farmers, and Koster led the fight to keep the EPA off our land. Koster's supported by Missouri's Fraternal Order of Police, representing 6,000 Missouri police officers. They know he'll always stand strong for the rule of law. And because he's always defended our Second Amendment rights, Koster is the only candidate for governor endorsed by the NRA. This November, Koster's the one Missouri Farm Bureau families trust. Chris Koster for governor.
Paid for by Koster for Missouri, Gary Mallory, Treasurer.
Hiring people is probably the worst part of my job. It's such a hassle, the searching, the sorting through resumes. Most people don't have the right experience.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. Right from the start, you could tell it was going to make hiring a lot easier. One click and my job was posted to 100+ job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them. Thumbs up if I liked them, thumbs down if I didn't. No emails and attachments, printing up docs, phone calls, none of that.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I had the person we needed within 1 week. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 100+ job sites. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/score. That's ZipRecruiter.com/score. ZipRecruiter.com/score.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine. If your driving skills are top-notch and you're looking for a career change, Fry Wagner wants to hear from you. Maybe you already have a Class A license, or you're an over-the-road driver wanting to spend more time at home. Fry Wagner will even help drivers get their commercial license, providing on-the-job experience, training, equipment, and not to mention a great sign-on bonus. Call Fry Wagner today, 417-831-4000, 417-831-4000.
Does your basement or crawl space have damp, musty odors? Do you worry about indoor gases and pollutants? Everyday living generates moisture moisture that can nourish mold and odors, even asthmatic triggers. Indoor pollutants linked to respiratory ailments, birth defects, and cancers can become trapped in your home. You can't buy health, but you can buy Wave's moisture control and air quality products. Wave Home Solutions for a dry, healthy home. Satisfaction guaranteed. Go to dryhome123.com. That's dryhome123.com.
I've been teaching organic chemistry for the last 17 years, so I'm pretty good with complex calculations. But when I started thinking about my retirement, I was pretty stumped. Luckily, I have TIAA as my financial partner. Together, we retrosynthetically analyzed my financial future, which is organic chem speak for we figured it out.
Your personal success takes a financial partner who values it as much as you do. Learn more at TIAA.org.
Imagine it's 6 o'clock on a Tuesday and you realize you forgot to tune in to Sports Talk on Location at Play It Again Sports and Mad Bear Fitness. Disappointed? So are we. This is Art Haynes. Make sure you tune into the Jock each Tuesday at 4 for Sports Talk, where we'll discuss the day's biggest sports headlines, have guests, and take your questions and comments. That's Sports Talk on Location at Play It Again Sports and Mad Bear Fitness in the Fremont Center in Springfield. Mark it down each Tuesday, 4 to 6, Sports Talk.
Thanks so much for listening. Welcome back. You're listening to The Fantasy Professionals. Cody in Dallas.
It's been a fun show today.
It's been a ton of fun, man.
We've had some good call-ins. We've had some good times. But now it's time to talk about a gentleman. We talked about Jake Lett painting. If you want to step further back in the process and have something new built right before Jake paints it, who would you give a call to?
Kenny James, Ed James Construction.
Kenny James.
Speed dial.
We've known him a long time. He's another one of those guys. When you take on advertisers, sometimes you worry about, gosh, do I put this guy's name with my name? You know, I mean,
right. Oh, yeah.
We don't worry about that.
No. In this case, he is absolute first class. Doesn't matter whether you need a home built, barns, pole barns, complete remodels, a man cave, a new kitchen that for your wife, because you play fantasy and she doesn't love you this time of the year. Or maybe you want to add...
Dr. Cody, everyone.
Maybe you want to add a little home repair, new construction, roofs, skid steer service. Doesn't matter. Anything between Rogersville and West Plains. Kenny James at James Construction is your man. Call him today, 926-9139. Again, 926-9139. Kenny James, James Construction.
We've got about 6 spots left. Anybody that would like to call in or on the Facebook Live page, tell us who you think, who you got, who is going to score the most points this week in fantasy football. A lot of great games this week. Cody, what games are you looking forward to? I've said already, I love the Pittsburgh-Kansas City game.
That's an incredible game to watch. I'm intrigued by Denver going to Tampa Bay because I feel like Tampa Bay is a better team this year. But I'm curious if they can do anything on that Denver D. But as far as as far as overall games to watch, I think are gonna be exciting. I think Buffalo, New England, Seattle at the Jets, Carolina at Atlanta.
Yeah, I love it when high-powered offenses meet high-powered defenses. You got New York, the Giants played Minnesota.
Yeah, Monday night. That's a great Monday night football game.
Not exactly a great start for a fantasy. I would say stay away from Eli. Eli loves to throw picks, and the Purple People Raiders love to catch picks.
He does. Let's get into our top 5 from each position.
Is it that time already?
This time is what we're going to start calling the Safe Money Picks of the Week, brought to you by Advantage Retirement. Give Mike and Cindy a call over there, 417-893-7233. What's cool about their phone number, 893, the last 4, 7233, stands for SAFE.
It actually spells out safe on the telephone. We tried it. We called them. We talked to Cindy.
We did. We said it worked. 893-SAFE. How cool is that? What's nice about them is you're the quarterback of your retirement. That's what they specialize in. But they're the front line assisting you and blocking you all the way to the end zone.
We sat down with Mike and Cindy this week, and one thing they said was that there's a lot of people out there, you don't want to have any risk in your retirement.
No.
You know, when you're young, as you are and as I somewhat still am, we can play around with our money. We can put it in stocks. We can put it in bonds. We can do what we want with it. But when you're retired, you're talking about the money that you're going to live on for the rest of your life. That's not something you mess
something
around with.
you have saved for your entire life up
Yeah.
to that point.
That's not something you mess around with.
No,
That's what they do.
They've been in the business 17 years, helping clients achieve their retirement dreams. They're a family-owned retirement firm where you actually matter. The things they do is they help people maximize their Social Security benefits. They develop safe money strategies to ensure your retirement needs, and they protect 401k and IRA monies from Wall Street risks and losses.
I love the quote they gave us when they talked, and they said the quote that sums it up for us is Mark Twain once said, Missouri boy Mark Twain, once said, "I'm more concerned about the return of my money than the return on my money." They want to make sure your money's there when it's supposed to be.
I love that.
Give them a
That's
call.
impressive. And we're fixing to jump into the top five, so we've got Bob on the line. Bob, what's up, brother?
Hey, I want to go ahead and pick a guy.
Let's do it.
Lions receiver, Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones, 38 points last week. I like it, Bob. We've got you down.
Hey, Bob, did you have Marvin Jones last week?
No,
Gosh, we
I'm
need
not
him.
really in a fantasy league. I'm not in a league, but I just listen to the show. Just
Thanks,
wanted to-
man.
You know what, Bob?
I kind of think that well, without a running game, Stafford's going to throw the thing 40, 45
Oh, they
times.
have to.
He is. And Bob, knowing and admitting is the first step of the problem. And next year we're going to get you into a fantasy league.
Sounds good, man. Thanks.
Thanks so much
Thanks,
for calling, Bob. Appreciate you listening,
Take care.
brother.
Yeah,
Guys,
bye.
we've got 5 spots left. Give us a call, 868-6100. A lot of great players left. Okay, Cody, let's do this. Quarterback, who you got in the top 5?
And again, this is what is this? This is the safe money picks of the week. This is supposed to be your safe money time, your safe players.
These are the people that if they are on your bench, you move them from your bench to your starting rotation.
Quarterbacks, I got number 1, Cam Newton. Number 2, Phillip Rivers. Wow, that's a sleeper. But he's playing against the Saints defense. Horrible Saints D. That's great. Or number 3, Drew Brees at the Chargers. That's funny because they're playing each other. Number 4, Andrew Luck. And number 5, Matt Stafford at the Bears.
I'm assuming if you are laying chocolate chips, you take the over in that game if the top quarterbacks are number 2 and number 3. On the running back side of it, we've got number 1, David Johnson. David Johnson, he is he done well last week, and he plays the L.A. Rams, but they don't care.
He's been quietly doing very well.
He does.
We don't talk about him a
Consistent.
ton, but he's been very consistent.
Very consistent. And then number 2, making his debut, making an entrance, is Mr. Le'Veon Bell. Number 3 is Melvin Gordon. With the absence of Danny Woodhead there, they think he is going to run the ball. And Melvin Gordon is a PPR machine.
Yeah, well,
Loves to
and
catch the ball.
our rankings are loading up on these Chargers players against
They
that
are.
Saints D, man.
They are.
That's-
Number 4, this one surprises me a little bit. I've got Ezekiel Elliott playing the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow.
And then number 5, Mr. Lamar Miller out in Houston. And big news out of Houston this week was the fact that J.J. Watt down for most likely for the rest of the year.
Oh my
so
goodness!
They're gonna have to score some points.
Hey, before I do receivers, we're gonna bring Gerald on the line. Gerald, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Gerald, who you got, brother?
Antonio Brown. Pittsburgh didn't do much last week, and he's going to light the Chiefs up big time, especially with their corners being out.
Oh, I love that. Hey, how is Antonio Brown still available at 3:54 and 31
no
seconds?
idea, Gerald. Way to take advantage of the situation, my man. We believe that you are correct. If I had to pick one, I hadn't made any picks yet, but I think that would be mine.
It's a great pick, Gerald. Awesome job.
All right,
Thanks,
Cody.
guys.
Hey, thanks for
Thank
listening.
you, sir. Good luck, buddy.
Cody, what top 5 do you have at wide receiver?
Top 5 receivers. I've got Mr. Antonio Brown, as Gerald just mentioned. I've also got number 2, A.J. Green, which has already happened, so we'll throw him away, but he did have an incredible game. So we'll move Julio up to number 2, DeAndre Hopkins up to number 3, Allen Robinson up to number 4, and Odell Beckham Jr. up to number 5. That's the safe money wide receivers
Let's
of the
just
week.
hope that Allen Robinson does not have jet lag and sets his alarm clock
Jeez.
for, well, I guess over there.
He's
it's not
not been
8:30
as
in the
good
morning.
as we anticipated. It was better last week.
It was. He gets a ton of targets.
Yeah.
I have Alan Hearns on my team, and Mr. Hearns doesn't get much.
Right.
He sat there and watched.
Who are
Allen.
safe money tight ends?
Safe money tight ends? Number 1 is Greg Olson. Gotta love Greg Olson. The Atlanta Falcons give up some points. Jordan Reed is at Cleveland this week.
Okay, real quick. Is Jordan Reed going to be back to Jordan Reed ways? He's been subpar this year.
He has.
I just traded for him. I bought low, as you should.
Well,
is this the
and
game he breaks out?
Washington came away with the win last week. The
Tell
squeaker.
me it is. I need it. I need it, D.
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't.
We'll keep going with safe money picks.
In my opinion, in my humble opinion, I really don't think he does.
He hasn't yet.
Travis Kelce it goes up against Pittsburgh. They say he's going to have a big week. Number 4, Rob Gronkowski. They've got him at 4 versus Buffalo. You got to love a division matchup. He's going to go out there. There is no way that Bill Belichick is going to let Buffalo beat him. You know that.
No, that ain't gonna
circled
happen.
that one on his calendar.
That ain't going to happen. Brady ain't going to let him beat it. He's going to be on the sideline.
He's going to be on the sideline, and Gronk will be out there. And then number 5 is a Mr. Dennis Pitta, the Baltimore tight end at Oakland. And then I've got, if you take out Jordan Reed, I've got Eric Ebron, which I don't love either. But
well, you know, if he plays, he's questionable. If he plays, he could be good. He's been actually pretty consistent. These were your safe money picks of the week, brought to you by Advantage Retirement. Give Mike and Cindy a call at 893-SAFE. That's 893-7233 if you want your retirement to be just what their number says.
Safe. Very nice. We've got time for one more call. Somebody give us a call, 868-6100. If you do it quickly, we're living on the edge here. Our producer's looking at us like, are you crazy? You've got like a minute. Give us a call. Throw me a name. Who you got?
Who you got?
Who do I got? Well, as he took Antonio Brown, I'm a little bit. Give me 2.5 seconds. I'm racking my brain.
You think Julio will come back from a bad week?
I don't. I think something's wrong with Julio.
You think Odell Beckham will come out and shine on Monday Night Football? That's a tough D.
That's a tough D. I don't like that one either. I'm going through these players in my head.
Brandon Cooks at the Chargers.
You know what? Give me Travis Benjamin.
All right, we got about 30 seconds. Brad, we got about 30 seconds. Who you got, buddy?
I got Gronk.
Awesome
Brad,
pick.
I like it.
Brad, have an awesome week and good luck in your leagues, buddy.
Hey, quick question. I need to know if I need to start Taylor at quarterback or Jameson.
I like Tyrod Taylor. I'm going off the top of my head, but I like Tyrod Taylor. That is a stingy Denver defense.
Yeah, I'd go ahead and do that. Hey, thank you guys so much for listening to The Fantasy Professionals. Have an awesome weekend. We're off, baby.
This is what life sounds like in a truck that does not offer best-in-class V8 towing.
Boy, it sure would be great if we could tow your boat to the lake.
Yeah, that would be a fun day.
This is what life sounds like in the new 2016 Chevy Silverado 1500 that does offer best-in-class V8 towing.
Boy, it sure is great that it was so easy to tow your boat to the lake.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day.
Hear the difference in the new 2016 Chevy Silverado.
See your Chevy dealers of the Ozarks.
Based on available 6.2-liter V8 engine and max trailing package.
If you run a business or coach a sports team, motivating those you lead can be tricky sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. BJ's Trophy Shop and their award experts can show you how affordable it can be to motivate your team. BJ's Trophy Shop has a huge selection and guaranteed low prices, so you know you're getting the best award for your money. Trophies, plaques, medallions, ribbons, banners, corporate awards, incentives, gifts, and much more. Visit the showroom at 1700 East Sunshine or shop online at bjstrophy.com.
America is taking the lead in energy.
Leading the world in oil and natural gas production. I vote to keep it going. With the right policies, we can produce, refine, and supply
more oil and natural gas.
And more abundant energy means more affordable energy for American families.
A more secure America.
Jobs, opportunity, and economic growth for our children
and grandchildren.
That's why this election, I'm voting
for American energy.
Learn more at voteforenergy.org.
Join us and become an energy voter.
Brought to you by American Petroleum Institute.
Burger King presents Breakfast Stories. Today's story, Marty and the 2 for $4 croissant sandwich.
Yeah, I go to Burger King. They got that croissant sandwich deal, 2 for $4.